At my age, you know I've been to a lot of doctors. Healthcare Partners, they really care. They're concerned about your health. They're all the best. I am Roberta, and I am a healthcare partner. Visit hcpnv.com to hear my story.
A caring couple who helped the disabled have been awarded the Act of Kindness by Butch Andre Harper.
But we're here today to talk a little bit and give a little bit of information about Special Olympics bowling team. These are special young people that come here and bowl. They're challenged athletes, and they fight like crazy. They do the best they can, and hopefully if they get that strike, it's like hitting a Super Bowl and scoring a touchdown. So we're also here to recognize a couple. They've been recommended for the Act of Kindness Award. And let me give you a little rundown on this couple. Their name is, I'm goofing up, Judy and Ralph Johnson. Oh my goodness. We think the good works of Judy and Ralph Johnson makes them exceptional candidates for the Pahrump Act of Kindness Award and an excellent example of community caring and effort. For the past 2 to 3 years, Judy and Ralph has spent considerable time, money, and effort in organizing fundraising and coaching, plus finding volunteers, transportation for Special Olympic Bowling Group at the Pahrump Nugget Bowling Center. In addition, Judy and Ralph chaperoned, transported, and raised funds for a Las Vegas competition for the state finals championship, where they represented Pahrump well by winning several important medals. A plan is also in the works for a season period of those with special needs and their families. In fact, it will be named All in the Family. This is aimed at those who just want to have fun, also by Judy and Ralph. So at this time, and Ralph, I'm going to give it to the boss of the family, Judy and Ralph Johnson. The Act of Kindness Award is presented to you, and it's an honor and a privilege to be able to do this. And thank you for what you do for the community. So if you'd like to read it, go ahead.
The Act of Kindness Award presented to Judy and Ralph Johnson for their tireless service, endless dedication, and support to the Special Olympics Bowling Group. They are truly an example of community caring and effort from the citizens of Pahrump, Nevada. No act of kindness is ever wasted. Thank you.
This is what we need, people. We got to come together as a community.
A Johnny Cash and June Carter tribute show will be held this Saturday at the Sanders Family Winery, located on Kellogg Road on the south end of town. This Friday and Saturday at Sanders Family Winery on Kellogg will be the life of Johnny Cash and June Carter. We're going to speak to Jimmy Ray and Cindy Cantrell.
It's going to be an awesome show. It's a tribute to the life and legend of Johnny Cash, a musical journey back in time where we're going to cover their 60-year career and 1,200 songs. Well, we're not going to do 1,200 songs, but we're going to cover a lot of their tunes, known and unknown. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We do have a great band, we have an awesome band. One of the members happens to live right here in Pahrump.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Jimmy Ray, Cindy, and the Ring of Fire Band.
You've been doing this for a number of years, both of you guys?
2006, December 2006 was our first official Johnny Cash show.
Let's go through the show a little bit of what we're going to be seeing.
A lot of the show deals with a relationship between Johnny and June. It's centered around that, whereas it's not just a Johnny Cash thing. And the first act, 2 acts. The first act is about the early life of Johnny Cash. I mean, early life, the time he was born and when he was raised, and we cover a lot of the songs that he was raised with, and his early signature songs. And then, of course, we get into the romantic songs between Johnny and June. Jackson, Folsom, the most popular. We also take requests as the audience is coming in, so we sometimes will not know exactly what we're going to be doing in the show. And second act is more about the last part of his life. We have some fun songs we do, but because his last albums were not necessarily fun, they were very dark and very deep, and we cover a lot of those tunes on the second act.
You guys are a married couple, and of course are playing these roles. Do you ever get the question of how this actually came together like this?
Oh yeah, we did. Cindy and I have been married almost 20 years, and we've been doing music. We've been doing music and cutting up on stage for years.
This is a great treat down there at the Sanders Family Winery. If people want to attend the show, tell us all the particulars.
6 o'clock, free wine tasting, and great place, and they do a lot of great shows down there. And then our part starts at 7:30, but we'll be there earlier to greet people and say howdy.
So people can get tickets ahead of time right now at Sanders Family Winery?
It's just called Sanders Family Winery, and they'll be glad to take your reservation. There are some seats still available.
There you go. Friday and Saturday night, right?
Yes, 6 o'clock and 7:30.
Once again, the doors open at 6 p.m. The show starts at 6:30. Come on down early to see the show at Sanders Family Winery. For more information, you can call them at 751-1776. This is Deanne O'Donnell for News 46.
Dusty Simmers has entered into a competition called the Extreme Retired Ranch Horse Makeover Barrel Race. The event is sponsored by Dreaming of Three, an organization dedicated to rescuing retired racehorses. Dusty has been accepted into the national competition as one of 12 trainers to bring a racehorse who only knows racing from the track, then to learn new tricks including barrel racing in just 100 days. The event will be located in Negley, Ohio on August 2nd. Dusty and her horse Busted will be driving across country to compete.
Busted's a 6-year-old off-the-track thoroughbred. He was donated to me. He's going to be in a training for 100 days. And at the end of the 100 days, we have to make our long journey, 3,000 miles, to Ohio to train.
He was a racehorse at Santa Anita.
Yep, he was a racehorse at Santa Anita. He was only on the track for 3 outings, and in those 3 outings, he won almost $20,000, a first, a second, and a fourth. He had a little bit of an injury, a leg injury, and racehorses, when they get leg injuries, they're really good about taking them off and making sure they heal before they push him back on the track and everything. And he just never got to come back from it, and so they just donated him and said give him a good home.
You've entered into a competition, and this competition is to train Busted right here in 100 days to become what?
In 100 days, he has to become my barrel horse. I have 2 different portions. The first portion is a 5-minute freestyle, and that's just going to show off what Busted's learned in the 100 days. You know, side passing, stopping, backing, and make him look flashy and gorgeous for everyone out there. Just kind of an eye catcher.
He's only 6 years old, and he's never been trained to do any of these things before, just race on a track. So you have a lot to train him. They request that you pick a racehorse, or what?
The makeover is actually only for racehorses. We could only have had off-the-track racehorses. It's a lot of difference because, you know, racehorses, they have jockey saddles on them, so you don't really have things banging on your legs. You don't use a lot of hands and you don't use a lot of legs. You just run to the left. So we've got a lot to go.
This competition, you're going to be all the way in Ohio, but how can people keep up track on what you're doing and a little bit about yourself?
You know, everyone can keep up with me on my website, unbridledreams.wix.com, and you can kind of follow me there. You can also follow me on my Facebook, which everyone can go on there. There's the event page, and even old Busted here has his own Facebook page.
Oh, yes.
So you can follow him and what he's doing. And, you know, I've been in rodeo since I was a little kid. Got my first horse at 6 from the former senator of Nevada, Floyd Lamb, and he gave me her. And, you know, from then it was just a fairy tale. I just kind of kept going.
How many other entrants are there?
Thank you. There's actually 12 of us. You know, we've all made really good friendships already, and we're the original 12 and we'll always be the original 12. And so, you know, we're going to write a book and everything. We just want people to realize, you know, that these guys can make awesome rodeo horses and awesome horses in general. So, I mean, win or lose, we'll always be friends, and we don't care if we win or lose, as long as we have fun.
Busted, you got anything to say there?
So come meet Dusty and Busted next Saturday at 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. at Windrock Ranch for a free public play day. Windrock Ranch is located on West Bell Vista.
Right after this break, we'll have your weekend's events.